Want to get into a little bit of Dolphins and Jets this week. Let's not lose sight of the fact, Leroy, of all the controversy that we're dealing with here. All right, Dolphins still 6-4, sitting pretty in the divisional chase, and the New York Jets, bums, 0-10, worst head coach in the league with the worst point differential in the league. They suck, bro. I can't wait for this game. Adam Gase rolls into town. He gets to look on that field and see what he was afraid of. See what he didn't have the guts to do that Brian Flores had the guts to go through with. This guy.
I would say this, be careful.
Oh no. Not this one.
Okay.
Not this one. Ass kicking coming. Leroy.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee you, right? And I'm just looking into the crystal ball, that if that's part of the Mag 7, which it may not be.
No, I usually don't put NFL games on there because that's when we do our picks.
Okay. Because I would say Robbie would probably be leaning towards the Jets.
Really?
I mean, the Dolphins are 7-point favorites.
7-point favorites. So, look, sometimes you're 0-9 and they're bad.
I am worried a little bit about the offensive line and Tua's confidence after last week.
No, look, the confidence, don't worry about the confidence thing, okay? One of the things Flo made sure that he mentioned was he's a tough guy. He's been through some stuff now. Mm-hmm. So you're not just going to get him by benching him. If this is the kind of thing that breaks his spirit and sends him to a place where he can't perform, you probably shouldn't have drafted him in the first place.
I don't disagree with that.
So don't worry about that.
Well, if Tua has a couple bad drives, what's he going to be doing? Looking over the shoulder, and there's the bearded one
because
getting ready to go.
Here's what they're gonna do with their young quarterback. First of all, they're gonna explain to him what he has to do better. Okay? And then they're gonna say to him, hey man, like our confidence in you hasn't wavered. Okay? It's one game. Hopefully you're gonna play 200.
And you know what this is? Sometimes you're down in your confidence a little bit. Maybe things aren't going quite the way you need.
Uh-oh. I sense Slumpbuster.
3 a.m. You need a little cushion for the pushing. Tua just sees, what do I see there? Oh, crazy-eyed fat lady. Let me go get her number. You know? Little Slumpbuster action.
Yep. All right.
I mean, Leroy, this team's terrible. I mean, usually you look at a team and you're like, bad NFL team. Probably some things have gone their way. Now, look, the last 2 weeks have been a little bit closer, but this is a team that gets blowed out most of the season. Dolphins beat them 24-0. Now,
you know what sucks?
The quarterback, but still.
You know what sucks? Here's what sucks about teams like that, right? It's like Sam Darnold is caught up in this nonsense.
Kind of. I mean, he doesn't play.
You can't. But I'm saying you can't tell what kind of quarterback he is.
Nope.
Based on who he plays for. And that sucks if you're a young player and you go to a team where you're like, no chance.
Would have been better off for him to get the Rosen treatment where they kick him to the curb after he goes, Gase. I get Gase for a couple of years, and he's never healthy. He never plays football.
Somebody said Tua definitely took that game ball back after Coach Flo benched him.
Thank you for taking a chance on me, Coach. Yeah, cool story, bro. Flo goes and gives that ball to Fitzpatrick.
Oh, my goodness. Man, it really doesn't work like that. Like, everybody's cool. Everybody's cool. Like, and the first thing Flo probably said when he had the team meeting after the game, he'll say, look, we replaced the quarterback, but that's not why we lost. And he'll go through everything just so he gives the appearance that it's not all on Tua. So he will do that. That's the first thing a coach will do. If he's a good coach, right? He won't let the thought, in that locker room that means if we had a better quarterback, we would have been better in that game. No.
I like on ESPN right now, the top story on the Jets is inside the Jets Sam Darnold decision. Should they shut him down? And he's been dealing with a shoulder injury. And so they asked him, what's the upside of playing Sam Darnold with a shoulder that still might not be 100%? Gase said, quote, I'd like to see him play with our starting wide receivers. That would probably be my number one thing I'd love to see. I do think there are some good pieces around him to get the good evaluation of what his improvement is. Translation,
really?
Yeah, the ESPN writes, translation, if the Jets are saying they need a few more games to form an evaluation of Sam Darnold, who started 32, including 19 for this regime, it means they're not sold on him as the long-term answer at quarterback. It's audition time, folks.
But here's the deal. Here's the deal. Would you feel differently if Bill Belichick said that?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? Look at wait. What? Why is Adam Gase part of the evaluation process? He ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be there. Lame duck.
That's like, wow. He is the quickest lame duck ever.
Yep.
They've been talking about him getting fired after game 2.
Oh, it's amazing. But the best part is people thought that it was the Dolphins that did that too. He just used the Dolphins. You know, they're a disaster. Nope. Let's get to headlines, Robbie.
The Ticket is the home of every Miami Heat game.
Here we get a timeline and over.
Somebody says, how fast does Belichick trade for Darnold?
There's guts galore by the rookie.
WAXY South Miami and WSFS HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
That's actually the top article on when you Google search Sam Darnold and you go to news. Sam Darnold to the Patriots? NFL Insider suggests Patriots have interest.
Why?
Yeah.
But like he's always hurt. Why would they have interest in him?
This according to
He's
Nestle.com.
always hurt because of the team he plays on.
Didn't he have mono last year?
Did.
That don't count.
Not his fault. It's not it's not the Jets' fault that he went out there sucking face with some IG model.
You hold on. Let's be clear. Sam Darnold's not getting an IG model.
What?
He's getting Susan from accounting.
Susan from Staten Island.
Yeah. and I fear that Justin Herbert kind of lost his because he went from looking like Fabio to looking like Doogie Howser
Terrible.
with one haircut.
Terrible.
Yep.
Tua should talk today. I think he usually talks on Wednesdays, so we'll see. I'll tell today, Leroy, if he wins the press conference and if his
He's gonna say the right things. You know that beforehand.
He is adorable. Oh.
Not like don't I would say just because he always says the right things doesn't mean he doesn't have that fire, or doesn't mean that he's pissed off that this happened. It's just like some people put it in your face so you feel better about it, and other people just internalize it and not, put it out there like that. And I think that's one of the things you appreciate about certain guys. You know what I mean?
Bam's one of those guys. Bam's one of those guys where he takes losses really badly, but he's like,
right.
He's like a 3-word answer guy, not oh, I'm so mad we lost and
right. But that's
turn it around.
Look, to be fair, when people do that, that's just to make you feel better, right?
It's an act.
It doesn't change anything. Of course it is. Of course it is, man. We've been competing our whole lives. Is it safe to say you care when you lose? You hate it? Of course, you've been a winner your whole life. Look at some of these guys. Been winning their whole life. Like, they're not used to it. They're not used to losing. They're not used to being in situations. Tua's not used to being in a situation like this. But it's different. He's at the next level. He'll fight through it.
Hasn't struggled like this since his first time at the Dilfer camp. If you saw
According to Dilfer?
Well, yeah, if you saw the Tua documentary,
Well, clearly Dilfer didn't do anything about his internal clock.
Didn't have an internal clock. He's.
Oh my goodness! Y'all call me Leroy Raincloud. Tua better use his singing voice to get the girls. His play won't.
Oh, man.
Wow,
Jeez.
that's terrible.
He does have a beautiful voice, though. Oh, Leroy's so happy his egg sandwich just got delivered.
Yes.
So what do we got, Robbie?
So these highlights brought to you by the Orion Fields Downstairs Convenience Stores. Truly steps beyond convenient, and by Modelo Especial, the perfect beer for your home tailgate, brewed with the fighting spirit. So tomorrow there's supposed to be 3 Thanksgiving NFL games, but the nightcap, the Steelers and Ravens, it's on watch because the Ravens had some Rona issues, and so we're waiting this morning for more tests. And if the Ravens don't have any more positives, the game will be played. But if not, the game could get postponed.
Yeah, that sucks.
The Ravens are on a tailspin.
And was it both of the running backs are out?
Yeah,
Yep.
J.K.
On the
Dobbins
Rona
and
list?
Mark Ingram are out. They got the Rona.
I wonder, we have any? Has there been any update on Christian Wilkins? What's the deal?
I know, man. He just went COVID out.
He got
Right
that bad. He got
where?
that bad Rona. Christian Wilkins out here not being able to taste and smell, probably miserable.
I mean, he's an eater too,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah, if you keep him in quarantine, all he's got to do is eat. He's got to get back in shape.
Hold on, Robbie. This has to be a +1. Tua's internal clock is still on Hawaiian time.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't like it either, but it's hilarious. Oh, that was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. Oh, man.
Yeah, I want Christian Wilkins, bro. Let's go. Where's
Yeah,
my guy?
Yeah, they've been getting gassed against the run the past couple games without him.
They need a big fella out there. And
mean,
you know what?
Steelers
There's a
good.
little- I think there was a little Raekwon Davis rat poison. Felt like he was starting to get the praise, and
yeah.
then they get gashed up the middle. But you know what's funny though? It's so funny how Flo seems so much more upset about them not being able to stop the run than Tua struggles.
Of course.
He's like, oh, it's not
Here.
good. I remember him again. Did you hear the press conference the other day? You told me you were listening to it. Remember when Omar
Omar.
asked him about the run? He goes, well, what are you talking about? Talking about the offense or the defense? Well, quite frankly, they were both bad.
Right. He says I'll hit on both of them.
I was like, geez, all right.
Here's the deal. As a defensive coach, and we look at this from an offensive standpoint too, there's nothing more demoralizing to a defense than running the football for that many yards, right? And so, going into every game, regardless of what your game plan is, the first comments are made about controlling the line of scrimmage. That is, run the football, stop the run. Everything starts from there. I don't care what else you do offensively, what blitzes you run defensively, okay? Football starts there. And that's what every coach preaches, because the impact of a team being able to run or a team not being able to stop the run is the impact of that carries throughout the game more than any other stat or aspect of the game.
Really felt like Savon Ahmed was passing the eye test. I was watching him. I was like, this guy's got some goods. Little wiggle.
Oh, if you want to play a drinking game, yesterday watching that college football rankings, they said eye test a bunch. If you said if you
That
take
was their wingspan?
No, yeah, that was their wingspan. If you take a shot every time they said eye test, you'd be super hammered.
You know what's so funny? I was reading I can't even remember the dude's name, but I saw that the Heat signed some dude from Cameroon. I was like, and they're just all everybody's freaking out about is that he's got a 7'3" wingspan. Now I will say, let me get this dude's name because there's a picture of him, Leroy. I mean,
Right.
the dude he looks like a tank, but I don't know if he can play basketball. I have no idea because he went undrafted. So
I mean, so did Duncan.
true.
Van
I mean,
Vliet.
I'm not just going to disregard it.
And apparently, I think Chet Kammerer found this guy. I think they worked out at the same place, Duncan, where he found Duncan, where he did the incredible workout.
Wow.
But they were like 7'3.5" wingspan. Woo-hoo-hoo!
How tall is he?
6'8".
6'8" with a 7'3" wingspan?
Damn.
Yep.
Sounds like he got a tippy toe to keep his
Paul-
hands off the ground.
I think it's Paul Ebois is how you say his name. He's fighting for one of the two ways. But,
Is there going to be
Barry Jackson wrote about his wingspan. Everybody's losing it. They're like, wingspan 7'3".
I think me and you might be the only two humans on planet Earth where our wingspan is shorter than our height.
What? I got wingspan, bro.
No, your wingspan is 4'8".
I got bigger hands than you. We did the measurements.
No, you got baby hands.
I don't have baby hands, bro.
My thumb is screwed up and doesn't lay flat on the ground. On the
All right,
thing.
well, listen. Maybe in your prime you would have had bigger hands than me, but you got a messed up thumb now. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Talk to me when your thumb could do this.
Look at this. Barry Jackson writes, his 7'3.5" wingspan would be the highest on the roster. Bams is 7'2", Precious Achua's is 7'2", Mo Harkless 7'2", KZ Akpala's 7'2", Andre Iguodala's 6'11". Wingspan.
Yeah, but Andre Iguodala's only like 6'5". Right?
No, I think he's 6'7", I think.
You think he's that tall? No way.
Let me see. Andre.
No way. He's about the same height as D Wade.
No, he's bigger than him. 6'6". D
know
Wade's
what?
a Fugazi 6'4".
6'4". Yeah.
6'4".
I think the most amazing thing that I've seen in basketball the last few years is LeBron standing next to Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
That's great.
Big guy.
That's great. That is crazy.
Remember the first time that he played the Lakers this year and LeBron moved Myers Leonard like it was nothing? I was like, the hell?
Listen,
It's amazing, man, because he just plays that just football like basketball, right? The only difference is every time he get touched, it's a foul.
Yeah. Any other headlines, Robbie?
oh yeah, and so Zach Thomas, he is not giving up. He's still a semifinalist for the 2021 Hall of Fame.
Is he supposed to give up?
No, I don't
He
think.
doesn't determine whether he gives up.
It's not like Pete Rose. He has to sit. He's not like sitting outside of Canton with an autograph table.
You know what I hate about the various Hall of Fames? Here's the only thing I hate about it. Is that they like to tell you that your numbers in your career earned you a trip into the Hall of Fame. But if I take a guy like Zach Thomas, who a lot of people are unfamiliar with because he wasn't that guy, that personable guy that's always on TV with the hot takes, with the rah-rah, with this and that. He just played Hall of Fame football throughout his career, that now when it's time to take those numbers and make him a Hall of Famer, people have other reasons for not giving him his just due.
Right. I feel like there has been more momentum for him getting into the Hall of Fame the last few years. Didn't he make wasn't he a finalist last year?
Yeah,
He was like just on the bubble.
Yes. He's just on, but again, a lot of these things become popularity contests because the names are the ones that end up going into the Hall of Fame, not the careers. And I wish that they would put the careers in the Hall of Fame and not necessarily the person.
This said that Zach Thomas is on the list of a group that includes Rondé Barber, Tony Baselli,
Tony Baselli should get in.
Alan
Who?
Faneca,
Who's the
Leroy
other one?
Butler, Leroy
Butler, safety for Green Bay.
Tobin
Alan
and Leroy.
Faneca, Torrey Holt, gross
Torrey
name.
Holt, Greatest Show
John-
on Turf.
John Lynch.
John Lynch will definitely get in.
He feel like he's been on there for a while. Clay Matthews.
Senior
Steve-
or junior?
I'm guessing junior.
Wait,
Yeah.
he hasn't been out of the. Has he been out of the league long enough?
Maybe.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
senior then. Okay, so it's probably senior. I feel like feels old. All right. Sam Mills, Richard Seymour.
Oh, Sam Mills.
Sam Mills is definitely.
Not Richard Seymour.
I have a place in my history of football for Sam Mills because he was one of the linebackers when the Saints. I remember when I was in college, my mom sent me a T-shirt, and it was Ricky Jackson, Sam Mills, Dunbar, and I can't think of the other linebacker. And they were standing in black sweatsuits, and it was a giant like canvas on the side of the Superdome, defenders of the dome, and they were in all black. And so that was the first year they had a winning record. They started off 10-0.
The first year eligible guys: Peyton Manning, he's for sure getting
He's in.
Charles Woodson,
He's in.
Jared Allen, and Calvin Johnson, Megatron.
Calvin Johnson's an interesting one because he only played, 8 years?
I don't know, but he.
Detroit had people retiring.
I know Detroit, like that. It is. He's only 35 years old.
Right. But think about this. In his prime, was there anybody more dominant? Didn't he have a 2,000-yard season?
He had his career high was 1964.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seasons.
9 seasons. Okay.
9 seasons, barely missed a game, and he was a guy who, not infamously, he left saying he was just beat up, couldn't play anymore.
Right.
He retired at 30. Lions retired. Lions.
Right. Like the Lions made one of the greatest wide receivers and the greatest running backs. Just, you know what? I'm not going back. I get it.
Crazy.